Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
Good. So yeah. Any requests for today? Anything you need?
Energy.
Energy.
I'm feeling low energy.
Are you in general, or is it the time of day, or what do you think?
In general.
In general.
I just ate a lot of chocolate to help me feel better.
And how's that working?
It's neither good or bad.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
And
Abby,
me,
how do you?
I'm doing good. For me, it's just a reminder that I think my breathing attention really needs to be in the morning, aside from any practice, which I'm inconsistent with. But as I see myself, observe myself kind of rushing around breakfast, and I see what that does to my nervous system, I say, stop it. You don't, because you've got a choice here, and just stop and breathe in between all my hustling, I'll say.
That's great awareness, right? Which is the first step.
Yeah.
And then the second step is to listen to that. And the third step is to act on that, right?
Yes. Yes.
So sometimes it's hard to get from 1 to 3 and then into the act or the practice.
Well, that's because I'm so much on autopilot.
Yeah. But you have the awareness, so that's really great. So pat yourself on the back for that. That's encouraging. And in any moment we can make a choice, right? So it's almost like a retraining is being asked for.
Yes.
And knowing that it's always a choice, but it's hard. It's easy to just slip into that autopilot and go through the day, day after day. So maybe setting aside some time in your day. And if it's first thing in the morning, just to set the tone. I find when I start ease into my day slowly, rather than jump up and get at it, it sets the tone for a more even day. And there's always also before bed, so for me, I have my routine: brush my teeth, floss, face, these, crawl into bed. And if we were to just add a few minutes of breathing, that might also help us decompress from the day, prepare for a good night's sleep, and then maybe it rolls around, and in the morning we start again. So anyway, yeah, that's what so let's move into breathing, shall we?
Yes.
And I wanted to say that I think we'll put these on hold for the summer as it gets hotter and schedules fill up and activities, fill our calendar. I would like to put this on hold and then revisit it here in a few months. I hope that's okay with you.
So is this going to be the last one?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll talk to Sharon. I don't know, if they'll be available, the recordings. So maybe they're still there. If you want to go to that, I'll need to find out more about that.
And Sharon, I still have some unused sessions with you, so I don't know if you want that to take a break, or whether, if you're busier this summer, or whether you want to start looking at scheduling.
Works for you. I definitely can schedule with you. Yes.
Okay.
I think it's always better to use them,
Okay.
them sooner than later.
Yep.
So we don't forget. Yeah, but it's really up to you.
Okay.
So let's talk.
But you're really making me aware, speaking of awareness, Evie, which I thank you for sharing that, because that's so important. Making me aware of how I am going to, where I need to be more proactive in my own self-care, especially during the summer, because
I look forward to this. I missed it when you did the time change. I missed it because I had things scheduled in the afternoon already. And then last week we were on vacation. But I look forward to this, and also my Qigong class that I do once a week online. And my Qigong teacher is taking the summer off now. And you're taking the summer off. I'm just realizing that some of the things that I rely on to help me are going away, which I honor. And I honor you're taking a break. I think that's good self-care. But it just makes me aware of how I need to be more responsible. And so maybe Evie and I can help each other. Maybe talking, Evie, we can help each other remind ourselves.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That would be wonderful. So good. Yeah, you can be accountability buddies, right?
Yeah.
And maybe you can meet at this time or find a time that works well for both of you and be there for each other. I love that idea. Really great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I think that's a good idea. And with that, remember the breathing, really to just shift in a profound way. It's the regularity and just a brief touch in. So it's nothing long that takes a lot of time. But if you were to practice or just come to it until, let's just do that. Let's just drop into it, and then we'll explore also at the end.
Okay.
But as you know, take a comfortable seat, and it's always good when you're coming into the practice to free yourself from distraction. So if that means putting yourself in a room with a closed door, letting anyone else know that you want to be uninterrupted for this time, that's important. Do that. And then just begin to draw your attention to yourself. And you can do that by using the senses. So let's start with a very short 5-sense activity. We'll start with the sense of sight, of seeing. And so with open eyes, just look around you, just casually look around you, not really letting anything you see trigger additional thoughts, but you can acknowledge your surroundings, what's in the room around you. And then, if it feels safe to do so, I invite you to close your eyes, turning off or softening that sense of sight for the time being, and turning to your sense of touch. So physical touch with your skin, with your awareness. What do you feel through your body by using your body? Where is your body connected to something else? The seat underneath you, the floor, your clothing. What does that feel like on your skin? Can you feel the touch of the upper eyelid and the lower eyelids coming together? Perhaps feel the breath as it travels from outside through the nose and back out from nose to the space around you. What else do you notice through the sense of touch, physical feeling? And then imagine taste, using your sense of taste. It may be that you've recently had a snack, like a piece of chocolate or something. And so is there a taste lingering on your tongue? What else might you notice using that sense of taste? Maybe it's imaginary. And then shift to your sense of smell. And again, this might be imaginary unless there are some obvious or dramatic scents in the room around you. Maybe you have lilies nearby that are giving off a delightful scent. Or maybe there's an essential oil nearby, or you might imagine your favorite smell. Maybe a meal is being cooked. How do we use our sense of smell? And then shifting to the sense of hearing, listening for sounds in the space around you. If you have a window open, maybe you can hear the sound of birds, or there's a breeze in the trees, or there are cars on the road, or people walking by in conversation, dogs barking, or other sounds outside the house. Are there sounds you might hear or imagine in the house? And then are there sounds that you can imagine hearing within your body? The heart beating, the stomach gurgling as it relaxes. Perhaps the sound of breath flowing gently. And in this way, we've used our senses to both assess the space around us and draw attention inward. Sight, touch, smell, taste, and sound, hearing. Drawing your attention inward, become aware of your physical body, the mind, and the muscles and bones, the physical body, your human body suit. And then become aware of that which is paying attention, that which has drawn information through the senses. And what is that? And where is that? This sense of being an observer or a witness of your experience. And this has many names depending on how people perceive it. But it's that act of knowing there's something that you could do in any given moment to feel better or become more present, more aware. So just honor that wisdom self or that observer wherever it exists. And observe the breath flowing through your physical body now. And pick an area in your body that could use some attention. Is there an area that is experiencing discomfort, tightness, tension, pain? Imagine you could direct the energy of the breath there, that you could breathe into and out from that area or region, part of the body for a few moments. And is there a message coming from that place? Or a message you might send to that place, that situation, from your wisdom self. Without getting into the head, and that's the challenge, is to not use our thinking mind, but to let something come through from a place beyond the thinking mind, from this wisdom place. And this could end up looking like a conversation with yourself. A conversation that is at a high level, that uplifts and nourishes you, rather than berating or shaming or judging. It's this knowing that just is, that is connected to all things, that may be an aspect of home. Breathe in that energy, that conversation, if you will. Breathe and connect with the messages from beyond now for just a few moments. And let whatever comes through, whatever comes to you, flow for a few minutes now. And even if there was nothing particular coming through, bring your mind back to following the breath again and again for just another few moments, perhaps connecting with or merging with your greater self. And now a very slight change of awareness. Choose to focus on either the inhalation or the exhalation, to either begin to lengthen in an effortless way your in breath or your out breath. The inhalation, the breath coming in, can be used to provide an energetic pick me up if you are feeling low energy. You can emphasize the inhalation, lengthen the inhalation. Alternatively, you can use the out breath as a release valve, as a way of letting go of whatever you want to release. And that could be a busy mind, a mind full of judgment, self-doubt. That could be stress in your day or tension in your body. You can use the exhalation as a release valve by breathing all the way out, lengthening that exhalation. So choose for just a few more moments to focus on one part of the breath, the in breath, taking it all the way in until it naturally turns around and moves out, focusing just on the breath as it comes in, or focusing on the breath as it goes out. Breathing all the way out to the end where there's a natural pause in which you might hover, your awareness might hover, the breath will naturally turn around and come in. So choose which section of breath you want to focus on now for another few moments. I'll call you back from this piece soon. And you might find that when you lengthen or focus on one portion of the breath, that the other part responds similarly. So if you focus just on that breath coming in, the out breath lengthens as well. So we're not manipulating or forcing, just allowing whatever develops to happen naturally. And focusing our mind on one part or the other of the breath for another 3 or 4 breath cycles. And then letting it go. Taking your time to transition back into present moment awareness, awareness of your body, and even with closed eyes, awareness of the space around you. And when you're ready, softly open your eyes. Come back to the group. And is there anything you'd like to share? We have just a few more moments and I may lead a particular practice as well right before we end, but anything you'd like to share at this time?
Very relaxing.
Does this feel complete for each of you today? Yes, to Evie.
I'd like to hear about your practice.
Yeah.
Because Lynn, for the energetic pick-me-up, so you can do this seated or you can stand up. And I'm going to stay seated because I'm kind of in that low energy, but also relaxed. And yeah, and so it's called the conductor breath, and we'll just do it together a few times. Let me do a few of the movements first, and then when you feel like you have it down and you're ready to join in, do. It's a segmented inhalation followed by one complete, full, maybe slightly forceful exhalation. So segmented like a 3-part, 1, 2, 3-part inhale, 1-part exhale. Typically done with mouth closed, although you can exhale mouth open if you want to. And so watch, I'm going to see how it goes to sit. I'm going to use my fingers as if they are conductor wands or sticks, if you've been to the orchestra. And I'm just going to, and it doesn't matter the pattern. So if you get lost, don't get all caught up in doing this the right way. So that doesn't matter. But I'm going to break every single inhalation into 3 parts, and I'm going to direct my fingers in that way as well. So watching this first breath, first inhalation. Right. Okay, so 2-part inhalation followed by the exhalation. So I'm lifting my fingers as I breathe in. On the second portion of that inhalation, I'm taking them out to the side. And then on the exhalation, down. If you were standing up, you could even bend over and then you roll up and you go. So in, out, in, out. Join me when you're ready. In, out. Up, out, down. Up, out, down. In, out. In, out. We'll do it on our own now. In, out. After the next one, just pause, come back to a natural breath after your exhalation. Now hold it for a moment and then breathe naturally. Notice your experience. And craft a few words. This could be a decree, a reality statement. Craft experience you are missing or you would like to have as we end and you transition. So I am uplifted and moving with ease and energy into the rest of my day, something like that. Or I maintain this relaxed and nourished state I've cultivated in this time. So for you, doing that, repeating that in your mind, and then let's say goodbye. Thank you, ladies. I leave you and we'll talk soon. Okay, take care of yourselves. Meet together. And I'm here if you want to reach out. Bye.
Bye.
It was great.
Yeah, Abby, I'm laughing because when she said reality statement, instead of coming up with something profound like she did, I was going, yes, I can. Yes, I can.
But that was good. That's maybe just exactly what you needed.
That did energize me.
It did. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see when I get up what it does, but
All right.
okay.
Wonderful to be with you again.
Yes, my accountability buddy. Okay.
You got it.
Okay.
We'll talk to you soon.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.